Hello everybody, welcome back to another video for One Piece Burning Blood. My name is Silvokiji, and this is TheZoneGamingGo. It's been a while since I did one of these, and I'm really excited about it. Well, this video is actually kind of different. Let me get rid of this first, from another video. Okay, so, this video is titled, Can Law Anchor? Okay, now I was supposed to do this series months ago, but things happen, life. So I'm going to try to do at least 5 characters and, see where it takes me. So an anchor, by definition, is a character who's supposed to carry the game by the end. Well, here's the last character. I think I talked about anchors in previous videos about team building and everything like that, so you can check that out. And so I just want to investigate characters, some of the characters that I want to judge a little bit, not just really like my opinion, but based off what their performance has been in the competitiveness in One Piece Burning Blood. Now please remember, this is only according to the Zone Gaming Go standards. So if the character has appeared in the Zone Gaming Go competitively, I will talk about that. But if it's about a character, if it had another appearance in another tournament with somebody else, I don't know anything about that, or no evidence of there being one. So let's talk about Law in the competitiveness of One Piece Burning Blood for the Zone Gaming Go. So this character has been successful multiple occasions. I'm trying my very best not to get him and Duel confusing one another, but it's so freaking hard. Law has been played by numerous players. He has been in decline recently, though, because of the preference on Law Duel. I believe because Law Duel is a little bit safer and provides a little bit more damage opportunities. I don't really know much about the damage on both Laws. I do know that both of them are capable of doing 100% combos with +1, I believe +2, +1 maybe with Law Duel. I'll check it out. But can Law actually be an anchor? Now, one of the things that Law has is variety. Okay, so he can create the room, he can create multiple sizes of the room, he has a reliance on that, okay? And he has a quick dash special movement, okay? And he has a fast attack. He is a technical based character with all his properties, Haki Devil Fruit. Now, being Haki Devil Fruit does make him one of the prime victims of Devil Fruit killers, because he has a reliance on his Devil Fruit ability. So what we want to do is that we actually want to get all these people out here. We're going to go to Law, and we're going to actually go to the fight here, because there's a couple of things I want to talk about why he can be put in a position as an anchor, and why I believe he cannot. And then ultimately, in the end, we'll answer the question: can he anchor? We'll see. Okay. That's a stupid move for first turn, but okay. So Law's a pretty agile character. He's fast. His damage output without combos is trash. That's gonna be happening. That's a technical based character for you. Now, the big thing about Law, or the big gimmick, is the room. This is the thing that changes his gameplay completely, and this is the only thing that's gonna be able to make him deal the damage he actually needs. Law can deal big damage so quickly, so easily, and on top of that, when you actually have room, it becomes a cancel. Let's see, wait. Ooh, I dropped it. Ooh, it's been too long since I've done that, but you see where I was going with that. There's a combo there, and he can hit him again, knock him in. Hey, that's kind of cool. They're actually lined up with each other and do big damage. Now, the only thing about that is that his primary combo starters start with his attack, basic attack, and his special movement. Those are 2 separate moves that are basically close together, and you'll see a lot. Those are the big ones. Now, he has this unique button, but it's really slow, and that's more of a hey, you don't know what I'm going to do, I'm going to surprise you with this move. But the 2 combo starters are going to revolve around his basic attack and his special movement. Now, why I believe that's not enough: his special movement may be fast on the startup, but when he actually performs it, there is a delay in which he actually swings his sword. If your opponent is fast enough, or if your opponent can kind of call your bluff on when you're actually going to be doing this, they can actually call the block. If that happens, that's an opening, and you can punish Law for it. Now, for players who abuse the special movement, similar to how I talked about abusing Miha's special movement, your opponent can call it block, and then just go for a, retaliation attack against you. Now, his basic attack is probably going to be the easiest thing for you to actually hit, to actually start a combo with. But here's another thing about that. Basic attacks for Law are fast, but also because of the I don't want to mention the whole lag thing, because of course lag everywhere is going to be bad. But because his basic attacks hit so fast, if you do end up missing your opponent, you're going to be hitting nothing but air. So for the most part, you're going to have to pay attention and really be careful, because it's so easy to just hit nothing but air with lost basic attacks because they're so fast. Now you hit them, congratulations. Ooh, goodness. Okay, so it's like 1, 2. This is like a pretty much bread and butter combo for Law. You know, you can just simply go basic attack, let me hit it one time. Yeah, basic attack into the knock up and then Gamma Knife. It does pretty good damage. Let's do it again. I didn't really see the damage I put. Interruption. Oh, goodness. There we go. Beautiful damage. Look at that damage right there. That's pretty good. And when you have it at +4 or +6 or +2 or whatever, it's more than 50%, which actually makes it a very good anchoring character combo. Now, then again, if he's going to anchor like that, for Law to do a lot of damage consistently, because of how predictable his startups are, he would have to have buffs on this character. I mean, going in without buffs on Law and then actually expecting him to anchor is going to be a little bit difficult, because like I said, you're going to be relying on your special movement and your basic to actually start combos off. Now, no one's going to go up to somebody and do this. Now, if you do, you hit it, you're amazing. But most of the time, it's not going to happen. And then for Law's incomings with his jump unique and his jump attack, because of how they knock the opponent away and knock the opponent, like, you know, further away with the jump unique, it's not going to be a very big, how do I say, tool to actually utilize with the anchor position. Because for Law, you pretty much want to kind of space, you do want to space your opponent out a little bit, but you don't want to space them too much that they're outside of this. And if you do manage to pull out the big room here, you're in for a really good fight, especially if your opponent's low. You can come in, use some surprise attacks, go with your heavy guard break spot, gamma shock. And then you can just do so many things, especially when you have your ultimate. Sometimes just popping the ultimate. Now, as you already know, if you don't have time to actually bring out the room, something that someone did to me one time, they just went ahead and activated their awakening. You're all still far away at the corner or something like that. Went into your ultimate. Now, despite him missing from this range, he does have the added ability to get a big room, so that's also a perfect anchoring move when you have bar. So if you have meter when you have Law, that's the best time to actually use him as an anchor, or not the best time, but it's when you're going to plan on using Law as an anchor, you probably want to think about the fact that you want that bar to be full, because that way you have more options. Because before you had to keep your opponent away to get you to activate your room, but now that you have that ultimate, you can go to your awakening, use it, create the big room automatically. Now your opponent is looking around, they can't leave, and they're stuck in your space, and you have all this power. If you don't have buffs and you're running this, you're good. But if you're not going to run this and you don't have buffs, then yeah, you just might as well die. To be honest. But the question at the beginning was, can Law anchor? In my opinion, I believe he can. There is some evidence that he needs other things to anchor. Like I said before, either you're going to play with him with buffs, or you need to plan to have that burning gauge full when he's on your team in the last character. Now, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you use your unity assist and your character dies anyway with a unit clash. Whatever, it is what it is. But in my opinion, that's what I think that is probably at his best, is when he has that burning gauge option, because you can't get the room out, because it's really hard to charge that thing all the way up, especially if your opponent's on your butt. If you have it up, you got the room, you have the pressure. If you have buffs, you still have the pressure, because you got to think about this. If you have +4 for buffs and you do hit somebody with that really strong Law combo, your opponent is looking at over 50% of the HP gone. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to know what other characters can anchor, yes or no, then put a suggestion. Discord or YouTube. Other than that, enjoy playing One Piece Burning Blood.